make it go wild. I'm original, and I told you so. I'm a kid in the candy store, with the leather on the denim. I ain't the cure, I'm the venom. If you wanna find me, find the taillight. Something's coming in, you're gonna wanna take a red eye. It's time to go. It's time to go. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. I don't wait for nobody. I'm a summer name on the dotty. City lights call my name, drawn to the flame, and I'm feeling kinda naughty. I hit the ground running, step out the door and I'm stunning. Better hold tight cause you know what's going down. I'm setting the pace cause this is my town. So get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink.
Good evening, creators. Welcome to another demo disco. Keely Dunn, Discord for Creators, and we are going to talk about links tonight. Now, it's kind of a weird topic to try to pull together, but what I wanted to show you were all of the ways in which you can jump around the information in a Discord server so that you can quickly find what you're looking for, access the content that has been so richly provided for you, and a myriad of other things. Now, one of the coolest things about Discord for me right now is that as much as I think I might know something about it, every time I go in to look at a subject matter so that I can instruct about it, I learn more things. So this will not be exhaustive. This is just an exploration of some of the things that I've hit upon in my own life. If you've found something in using links in Discord servers that I'm not covering and I haven't seen, please let me know because I want to hear about it. Okay. We are here to learn together. So don't be shy and speak up. It's really nice to have that kind of support. Thank you so much, Dina, moderator extraordinaire, coming in to give me a hand. I appreciate it. And I'm glad that you're here to learn a couple of things. And did I get a new pet? I got me a Clyde. Yes, I decided that I needed to spice up my environment a little bit, so I picked up a Clyde. You know, followed me home. Actually, the real creatures are the Wumpus people. The little, they're the fat. They're kind of like the inspiration behind all the stickers. So although I don't like stickers, Wumpus is kind of cute. So, but Clyde is their official logo person. So I think that's really adorable. And hey, it just gives me some more of that color in my world. I don't know where it's going to stay. Who knows? Pia, great to see you. I'm glad that you have popped in, and I look forward to hearing you chime in because I want to know what kind of things you've been able to find out in setting up your server. Both Pia and Dee both have their own servers and are getting to know all the capabilities and capacities and confounderies that Discord has to offer. So thank you for being here. So I'm going to jump into the material now, and hopefully everything is nice and coherent. I'm looking forward to going through all of it. Just a little reminder, if there's anything that you find gives you value and you're like, you know what, I'd really like to buy that strange person and all the blurple a drink, you can do so right here by going to buymeacoffee.com/ DFCS, Discord for Creators. And Pia, thank you very much for your support the other week. I really, that was wonderful. A really nice pick me up. Okay, so the first place we're going to start to look at the abilities to link to things is in the member section. So we talked about this. We talked about members quite a bit last week when I went through the user pane and we investigated some of those things. But there's a lot that's out there that you can have more fun with that I wanted to show it off. So if I get my Pro Mouse turned on, this thing is super important, okay? So I think I did show y'all that there are places that you can link, that you can access the links to people's user profiles. Okay, so one of those places that you can do that, for example, I'm going to go into my developer server, and you can obviously click on the hyperlinks of the people right here, and my Pro Mouse shortcuts aren't working, but you can see with the underline gives it away that it's a hyperlink. Okay, so just like everywhere on the web, this is just another web-enabled interrelational database. So all of these things interconnect, and any place that you can jump around to different data tables, it will allow you to. So I can go and see this weirdo's user profile by going through that. Let me see if I can jump in. I don't think I had done anything different. I'm going to go to a richer experience here. And so Steve the GK, I can go in and access a whole bunch of functions through which I can perhaps mention, I can message, I can call, I can do all kinds of operations. And if I have the permissions as a moderator or as a friend, I can perform moderating actions on that person as well. And that's really helpful. One of the cool ways that you can also go in and experience somebody's profile is you open up, you view the profile. So after you've clicked on it and you get this small window, you can see what their capacities are. You can view their profile and you can see more information. Now I'm going to find somebody's profile that actually has some of this going on. And probably if I go to my own, that's going to be a very safe bet. So here is my own profile, and this is my entire Discord user profile. So not only do I have some hyperlinks, or I have linked text, these technically aren't hyperlinks because it's not plain text that has got embedded code underneath it, but you can see that I've added links to my actual servers and websites here, YouTube, but also there's a section under here where you can go in and click to jump to people's social media profiles. Now, if they haven't set this up in their user profile, then nothing will be here like you saw on some of the other profiles. But if I click on here, and of course it's popping up in a different window, but I'm going to jump this down and pop this in, it'll take you straight to the Twitter page of the social media profile that you've just clicked on, and so on and so on. I have all of my FH Empires and Discord for Creators linked here. This is a really good idea for all of you to do if you have your own brands that you are promoting on the on Discord, and that you're wanting people to be able to easily access, because people are used to doing this in Twitter, in Instagram, in Facebook, clicking on your profile and finding out how they can find you. So add this information to your own profile so that people can jump and see some more about you. Very, very positive. Okay. And then last week we did touch on how in the user pane, which is opened up on the right-hand side, I want this to work. Pro Mouse off. Let's see if it works if I turn it on and turn it back on again. Nope, it's not going to. So you're just going to have to watch for my big Mickey Mouse hand and the loopy hoop. So this is another way you can hyperlink, or you can click on links to get to people's user profiles. Okay, we did all this last week. Very easy, and there are functions here that are just absolutely great. So this is something that I was exploring with Garrett last night in the spin session that we we're having, that you can easily go in to find, if you're in somebody's server and you find a bot that you really like, and you can see it's got some functionality, you're like, ooh, I wonder what that is. You can click on that bot and you'll be able to find some links, hopefully. I mean, there's no links in this bot server, but we'll go back to, TweetShift is better because it's got actual links in their bio descriptions. So you can go have a look at their website, and yes, it's doing that again, where it's going up to the wrong place. And you can, quickly jump to find out more about a bot, or if you're ready, you could just click on and add it to your own server here. So if I really like TweetShift, I'm going to add it to my server. I'm going to say, yep, I'm ready to go to this place. And let's see if I perform an action in this, if it'll actually open up the correct. Nope, it's not going to. Because I guess Safari doesn't like me tonight. So I'm just going to manually drag and drop this window here. That's how you're going to be. And then you can very quickly access the other servers. Yeah, I can put this actually in another development server here. I can click, boom, and it makes it a lot more a quicker experience than going to their website and clicking on all the actions there. So very, very nice. So I've shown you that. Okay, the other big thing is @mentions. So a way to create connections with your users is to actually @mention them. So that involves here just clicking on your @ sign and starting to type. So automatically it's going to auto correct and it's going to filter down to my users. And then Keely Done Test is going to get notified. Hey, you, that I've got a message. Oh, look, I just reached level 1 in my own development server. Isn't that nice? And again, this is nice content because not only does it ping me, ping Keely D Test as a user, it also creates that rich context for somebody else that they can come and look and say, oh, who is Keely D Test? Oh, I'm going to go to their profile and look at that. They don't have any information. But having that is a really nice bundle of material to have. All right. Using the search. Now, search is another great place where you can take advantage of linking capabilities in Discord as well. So if I use the search bar to go look for some particular content. So I was actually looking for a user whose last name was Walls, it just so happened. And when I go back and I click on that same link, and I get a bunch of search results. Now, in order to jump quickly to the search result, this whole section of text here, this whole message itself is a link. I can just click on that and it'll take me directly to that message. It'll sit in the middle of my screen. That's awesome. Okay. You can also hit the jump in order to go to that same place. So if I want to jump to this very fine GIF, then I can hit the jump there, and that is fantastic. So not only do you have that as a capacity, but by replying to messages in here, you can also create links back to the original message in order to provide context to people. So sometimes the discussion can get a little crazy and people are posting all kinds of things. Here in the middle of the screen, you can see that this message is a reply to the message that is just embedded above with this with this text. So you've got this little line here that shows, yep, these things, two things are linked together. When I hover, it lights up to show me that it's linked, and then I can click on that and it'll take me to the original message. So that can be a really handy way to connect material for people. So they're like, what is this person talking about, this old reference in old documents? You can click on that, bang, it'll take you right in the middle of your text channel where that material is. So make sure that you use that because it is very, very handy. Anything that makes it easier for people to digest and find your content is just going to make people want to enjoy your content, enjoy your messages. They'll want to engage with you because you're making life easy for them. Okay. So the next context here that I'm going to go through is messages. Okay. So all the different ways that messages contain links for us. So when I go back into my Stream Deck is just not performing for me tonight. I have to press the buttons twice in order for anything to happen. Okay. So as with, you can see pretty much anything in this good old internet universe, anytime you paste a link, it's going to automatically pick up that it is a hyperlink. It's going to embed the code so that all you have to do is click on that to get to certain material. So I'm a big fan of using this embedding links, which also often embeds the content of, say, that website, that Instagram post, that Facebook post, whatever the case might be. Inside the content, you can see, oh, I've already got a preview that this is an article about Zach Wallace being a special player. And I can make a decision perhaps whether I want to actually follow that link or not, rather than taking screenshots. And a lot of young folk are really into screenshots as a way to share content. But what it does is it prevents you from actually getting your eyeballs easily on that content. So if I saw a screenshot of this article that gave me the first paragraph or so, I don't have an easy way to find this. I have to go into Google and I have to find it. So you're offloading the work onto your audience to actually engage with your content. So not a fan of that whatsoever. I think that's really important. So I went through the replies. Oh, I had it in two different places, that how replies embed the content within within that message. That only works, replies only work in the same channel. So if I actually want to reply, or I want to direct people to a message that is not in the same channel. So let's say I wanted to link to this Hey You, but I wanted to post it in the welcome instead. What I can do is I can hover generally on the message. You can see that the color of the background has changed just slightly. I can right click and I can now click on copy message link. I can navigate to a different channel and I can paste that content. And sorry, that's just a little bit out of shot there. So let me pull that up so you can see properly. There we go. So I've pasted that content and I hit return. It lights up with the underlines so I know, and then I can just click and go back there. So if you want to link to a message that's from a different channel, you're going to want to copy that text or copy the message link and paste it into your message from a different channel. And you can, of course, add all kinds of content in here. I'm just going to edit this to say this is a link back to the original message. Okay, I can format it up a little bit, separate it out, boom. Nice and organized. This also works between servers, which is pretty cool. So I could go to my actual Discord for Creators server. This is the real place. And I could go, I'm going to go into a, let's see, bot status. Where do I want to go? I'm just going to go into squirrel and hopefully nobody will really notice. But I can paste this link here. And this is to the original message from the developer server. When I click on it, because I have permissions to be in this server and to see this channel, I'm directed right back to that message. So if you are sharing servers, if you're in mutual servers with your friends and you want to be, hey, you got to see this message that's in this other place, then you can do that. Just keep in mind that that can be frustrating for other users because they simply won't get anywhere. It doesn't operate as an actual invitation to a server. It's not going to behave in the same way. So keep that in mind. And let's see. Okay, so we've copied message links. We've posted it everywhere. Let's go to a message that has some rich content in it. So I've popped into DocRock's Let's Get Live server to show you a whole bunch of stuff that is specially formatted within particular messages. So for example, I'm going to scroll all the way down to this this person. Oh, so something, yeah, this has disappeared because it's already in progress here. But a message like this from Sesh, there is usually, let's see if I can show one that it's still up for. This one here, okay? So this is a session invite to the Let's Get Live, to Docs and X Let's Learn Ecamm Live stream. And there is a bunch of linkable material in here. This tiny little plus sign, tough to see, but it's there. And when you click on that, it's actually going to open up, when I pull it down here, it's going to open up a Google Calendar event. Okay, so I could then just go in and I can save this to a particular Google Calendar. How freaking convenient is that? And that's all from just this tiny little plus sign. So don't be afraid to click on underlined, differently colored text in this kind of embedded linked material, because you never know what kind of capacities it's going to have for you. It also has, you know, RSVPs of other users and things like that, which is really fantastic. So look at those, because those are super, super convenient. Let's see, if I go into the Discord for creators announcements, I think I might have had something there as well. That's working here where you can click on the same thing. So perfect. Got that done. There you go. I got distracted because I saw some minds being blown. I'm going to get to the chat in just a sec. I just want to finish off this topic before I lose my train of thought. So one of the features that you might be asking about is, well, Keely, can I actually create a hyperlink, which is technically a bunch of text, and you'd be able to do this on, say, a web page where you're saying this is a hyperlink, and then you can highlight that text, and then you could actually you could embed a URL with that text, and then that text would be underlined. So the way that the bots are able to do it, you might ask, can I do that in Discord? By default, no. There's a couple of workarounds. I'm not going to go through them in detail because it's not that they're complicated. Nothing's complicated in here, but it is something that would take a little bit of finagling. There's two main methods. The first being a bot called Carl bot. It does a whole bunch of things, but includes embedding. Okay, and you can build your own beds. So if there's something that you're going to often want to link to, like this is your YouTube channel, you can then set all these parameters, what your text is going to say. your the color of the actual of the icon URL, of the name, of the title, all of those things. Okay, so actually, I think that's actually the title. And then yes, you can establish icons, you can do all kinds of things, and then you can indicate, after you've created this entire embed, what channel you'd like it to go in. So if I have added this to my development server, and I could say, oh, I want this to go into the general, and then you hit post and it will post that message for you. You can save 10 of these embeds. Okay, so that's briefly one way you can do it. Another way you can do it is using discord.club and webhooks. So this is actually just kind of a naked way of doing what we just did with Carl. Carl just makes it look cuter. And this involves pulling up the webhook for particular channels in your servers and then connecting the message to that webhook, and then it gets sent. I know it sounds really fancy, it sounds complicated. It's not. To me, the reason why Discord doesn't want you to be able to do this by default is because it kind of hides where the link is going to go. So one of the nice things about the presented links is that you see an embed. You know that for example, Dina's put up a link to a particular YouTube video here. Oops. In this channel, not only do I see the actual text, oh, that's going to youtube.com. I know what that is. I feel safe there. It gives me an embed. Good. That looks very legit. So I have confidence in clicking on this. Hyperlinks don't give users a lot of confidence. And in some Discord servers, that can be an issue. It won't be a big issue in yours generally, but as you grow and as you get people in there that you're not quite familiar with, it could be a thing. So just keep that in mind, that kind of capacity isn't built in, but you can do it if you have a use case for it. Okay. I'm going to stop talking for a hot minute and look at what's going on. Hey, ladies. You just got an update on your Stream Deck. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I haven't updated. I haven't updated anything on my Stream Deck in a while, but I'll have a look. You love that feature. To be able, I think you're talking about when we were able to link to a message and send it into different servers so that people can transverse. So for example, Michelle, you could, if there was a really great piece of branding information that had gotten posted in Doc server, you could link to that message and you could paste it in your own LBC branding server and say, hey, for all you LGLers, did you see this? You could also copy and paste the content as well, copy the link for yourself, but that might be a way that you can communicate. Or you might be sending that via DM. So you might be DMing somebody that you know is also in that server and say, hey, did you see this? This is amazing. Let's have a little private conversation about it. Let's back channel this one. So yeah, you got all kinds of stuff that you can do there. I can't remember when your mind was blown, but I'm sure it was very worthwhile. Okay, Pia, where does that little plus sign come from to add things to your calendar? That comes from the bot. So that is a particular feature of Sesh that helps you create that embeddable content. So you can, it creates the calendar event for you automatically out of the dialogue that you've made. So if I go into Sesh here, this should fix a lot of stuff. So if I go into Sesh and I look at my events, when I create an event like this, I can, oops, that was the wrong button. I wanted to create edit. I've embedded I've added all this information into the dialogue to say, hey, Sesh, make this event for me. It's got this date. It's got this, I want it posted in this channel. It's going to take an hour. So you give Sesh all this information, and what it does is it creates the post for you in your server that people can then use creatively, okay? These buttons here also have different capabilities. And so, for example, I can hit this play button and it's going to take me to the YouTube channel. It's just another way. Instead of just clicking on the entire thumbnail here, you can click on this and it's going to bring up the stream in YouTube. It's going to give me the ability as a user or as a server manager to edit, to create a repeating event out of this, all kinds of stuff. So that is where that comes from here. I hope that helps. And let's see, Mr. Pruitt, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. I didn't get the notifications up for this stream very far in advance, so I really appreciate everybody who's stopping in. That really makes me feel good. Everybody, good to see you, my twisty friend. You are doing an amazing job on your streams. I gotta say, I'm absolutely loving them. And I'm picking up all kinds of speaking tips from watching you. Never mind the yoga. Never mind the yoga. And you need to learn Sesh better. Hey, we all need to learn everything better. There's a lot of tricks in all these things. Yes, and I saw your poll. Well done. That's fantastic. It's gonna be there. Hey, and that button's how you got here. Look at that. Dope. I love it. Okay. What is next? Okay. We are now going to delve into images. So, images are sets, can be sets of rich content for you as well. It's a little bit more limited than some other from video and things like that, but there are links available. So, for example, this is just a pasted image that I have, that I actually uploaded into a different server. So I had put this into Let's Get Live, and I was able to copy and paste it here. And this is how I did it, friends. So in any particular message, or any particular image, I can click on it and I can take a bigger look. Okay, ooh, this is a lot prettier. This is a lot easier to read. So before I even look at opening the original, which I can do, but hold your horses, hold your horses. I'm gonna right click. I can copy the link to this image, and it doesn't copy the message, it copies the link that Discord identifies that has placed for that image. So I can copy that, and then I could go into another channel and I could, you see, you got a whole bunch of URL text there, and boom. So you don't have to download an image and then upload it to your own message. You could just copy the link. And actually, when you think about it, Discord will like that because that's a lot more efficient. It's just a bunch of pointers to one image instead of everybody replicating an image together. So another great way to share content. And of course, I can open the link and this will take me to a whole set of things. And you'll notice that Discord has this really nice safety feature that whenever you're clicking on an external link, even though this isn't really external because it's discordapp.net, but cool. I like that it's so considerate and it's letting you know, hey, whoa, are you sure you want to go there? Like, do you know that it's safe? And it allows you to say yes one time. You could even trust the entire domain. And because I'm just opening the link to itself, it shows me that. If I open the original, okay, I'm going to say, yeah, I actually want to go to this domain as well. Oops. Open the original. It should actually take me to open original. Oh, it did. Oh. I'm just going to drag this whole thing. And if you see my notes, you see my notes. Okay. This is the web address. This is the entire web address for this dialogue or for this image. So I could copy, I mean, if I wanted to, I could copy it from there, but just If I needed it in my browser for some reason or another, like I wanted to then send it to a note, because that's an easy way for me to do it. Rather than downloading it, I just want to paste it into a note, boom, I could do it like that, or use any of those capabilities. So that is another great way that you can use image content. All right. Did I get it all? Sure. Open original. Let's see if there's any questions on that. Who knows? Sammy Superstar. Good to see you. All right. Moving on to video and video links. There's a lot more capabilities in video links like this one we see here. But I'm actually going to take a step back because I want to show you that you can upload video files and you can see that content, and there are just a limited set of links that you can use there. So this is a video that I uploaded. Obviously, it's field hockey, and it's a clip that I made, and it just fits underneath the upload limits. Just keep that in mind, that that's one of the reasons that people will avoid uploading content into messages, is because they may, as a user, have only 10 megabytes of capacity to upload a file. Maybe they're a Nitro user and they're now up to 50, or maybe the server has been boosted and everybody in that server can upload 100 megabyte files. So if I click on that link, I don't know if you can hear it. You probably can't because I don't think I looped that in, but I can play that content in situ in the channel and have a look at that. I can also full scale this video by hitting the full screen button, so I can look at that. I hit escape, I go back to the Discord menu. That's awesome. And then in terms of linking, I can then download this video if I want. So anything that you upload into Discord in this fashion, you are sharing it and you are giving your permission for everybody to download it. So keep that in mind. That's really important. When you post links to content that is uploaded on other platforms, then you have a few other options. So this is DocStream from Saturday, and you can click on the link up here to go watch it. You can also watch it in situ right here, which is great. And because it's YouTube, the embedding window allows you all these kind of features where I can open up the closed captioning. I can change the settings so I can watch this in much better quality. There's 4K and a tiny little screen. That's great. I can click on YouTube to go there. I can also full screen this so we can watch Doc getting prepared for his stream with 3 minutes left. Right there. So, and then within the content, there are more ways to click on to get there. Now, if I click on the actual window, I'm just pausing or playing the video. But if I click on the hyperlink, it's going to take me away and out to YouTube to watch this video. So you have that capacity as well. Interestingly, not all content is linked that way. So I think there was an example. I don't know if it's here. It's here. Okay. So this was an embed from I think Twitter or something like that. Now, this gets me all the time. I'll click on this and think that I'm able to click on this and go and to watch the video, or go to the location where this has been advertised, but this is actually just an embedded thumbnail. So don't get frustrated with that. I'm starting just to ignore the embedded images in case they're not linked anymore, and I just click on the hyperlinks and head there in order to get to my content. So there's embedded links in some of the videos, and then sometimes it's not. Why does it work? Who knows? It's up to the host of the video that host platform as to whether they've got that embedding turned on. So there you go. Okay, I see we just have people saying hello and no other questions right now, so that's great. Text channel links. And you're probably saying, Keely, we've already covered text channels. We covered posts, but we didn't cover actually linking to channels. Now, here we go. This is where things get really fun as well. You can create links to direct people to entire channels. So, for example, I can hover on this channel right here. Actually, let me do it another way first. I'm going to go into my welcome channel and I'm going to create a link to general. I'm going to hit the hashtag, which brings up all of the channels, all of the text channels in my server. And then I'm going to start typing general. Oh, auto filters down already. So I can click on that and boom, I have created a cute and title copied link to that text channel. I hit it and boom, I'm in general. So that's the quick and easy way to do things. So if you want to say this post, this post should be in help. Moderators need to do this all the time. Oh, I don't have a text channel. Let's say this post should be in tweets. So I can do that and easily direct people to channels. Just like with copying message links, this works from server to server. So, oh, sorry, I'm skipping ahead. Take your time, Keely. This particular method only works within a server. But if you wanted to create a link that would go from server to server, I could right click on my channel and copy link. Now, that should be available to everybody. I go to Discord for Creators and I'll go into my off topic again. And when I paste it, I get the full URL to it. Click on it, it takes me to the channel. So again, this is a nice way that if you have mutual servers or you want to direct people to content, when you know those people are in that server, then that is a great way to get people there. Okay, you might be asking me, oh, and there's one other way to do it, but this only works if you have your own developer mode turned on. So if you go down to your user settings, and if I remember properly, it's under advanced. I did it right at the top. The first toggle is to turn on developer mode. So what it does, as it says, is exposes context menu items helpful for people writing bots and using the Discord API, because it doesn't want to see that you have @general. There's probably 30 million servers out there in Discord land that all use @general as one of their channel names. Every channel, every user, every message, every server has its own ID number. And when you've turned on your developer mode, you are able to right click on a channel, for example, and all the way at the bottom, you can copy that ID. That's going to be a number. And you can use that, obviously, if you are a programmer and you're doing API, but you can also use it, for example, when you're programming bots, to be able to link to particular channels. Now, because I'm in the same, as this is how Discord creates those pretty links. I hit the greater than sign, the less than sign, whichever one you want to say, and a hashtag. I pasted the numerical value. I closed the greater than bracket. And when I hit on that, it auto completes. Now I'm going to go into a completely different server altogether. And I'll delete this message. People are going, what's she doing in off topic, doing all this crazy stuff? So I thought I went into a different one. Let's see what happens. Ho ho! Friends, I didn't know it would. I thought it was just going to leave the numbers there. But what it did is it actually was able to find the text channel that I was linking to in a different server, maybe because I'm a member of it. And it was able to create the pretty hyperlink. I click on it and I got to my DFC developer general channel from Discord for Creators. Whoa. See, I discover things even as I'm going through stuff. Now, where this skill and knowing how to copy the IDs and using that is important when you start trying to link to voice channels. So this is our last topic today, the voice channel linking. By default, you can't just create one of those nice, easy links to a voice channel in Discord. Why? I don't know. It's one of the biggest, most frequently requested features from what I can tell. I remember searching for it a year ago and it was like, Google was just full of links to people saying, why can't I just hashtag link to a voice channel within a server? That is dumb. And I don't disagree. But if you have developer mode turned on, you have the ability to get around that. So if I want to hyperlink to the disco, which is where we hold our spin sessions so far, I can copy that ID number. I've done it again. I've copied an ID. I'm going to go into DFC developer and I'm going to greater than hashtag, paste the ID number, less than, and boom, I have my link back to the disco. And look, I hit it and I am now connected. I didn't even leave DFC developer, but I'm connected to the disco. Hi, I'm in the disco. Okay, so that is a nice thing to do. The application for this is when I'm using Sesh. So if I go into Sesh, and you can see right here, this is my spin session event. I've just pulled this up as an edit. It's got all my information. This is a weekly event that I just have recurring. And in the description, I have ready to come do some spinning on your server. Come on in. And then I have added the ID here. So I've done the greater sign, hashtag, pasted the numerical code, closed the lesser than sign. And when this gets posted in my server, I'll go to announcements. And I go scrolling up. This is my sesh event. And if somebody gets a notification, ping, hey, everyone, spin session is starting. They look at it and immediately they can come in, they can hit the disco, and they can join the voice channel really, really quickly instead of asking you, hey, where's the spin session being held tonight? It's glorious. So that's one practical usage of using voice channel linking using Discord code. Right? That's pretty fun. Pixel P has got all the questions. I love it. If you add links and add the wrong one, how can you delete a link for announcements? Okay. Well, you would delete the link by editing the post generally, and it depends on how that message has gone into announcements. So for Sesh, you're going to go in, you're going to change the edit the Sesh event, and I would follow the gear. When I hit on this, Sesh sends me a message here in the same channel, it says, oh, what would you like to do with the event server spin session? Do you want to edit it, view your RSVPs, or do you want to delete it? And then I would hit edit and it would open up. I did it again. Sorry. Let me show you all of this again. So I'm in my spin session event, looking at it in my announcements channel. I'm going to hit the gear. It's going to open up a link for me. Down in the channel, it's going to open a dialog. What would I like to do with the event? I would like to edit it. I'm going to hit event or edit event, and boom, it opens up my browser and I can then edit from there. So if it's a bot generated announcement, it might send you to a web dialog. If it's something that you've posted yourself and you want to just correct the link that you've added, you're just going to edit the message and change the link there. Does that make sense? Let me know if that works for you. If you add my announcements to your server and make a mistake, I'm not sure if I'm picking up your question, Pia. So maybe if you can just say it another way for me. It's been a long day. My brain is shut down. That's my problem. Doc, good to see you. And yes, you've already given away my hoodie. I'm not mad. It's my fault. I wanted to surprise everybody, so I didn't ask for your sizes, and I just made a guess. And I was wrong. But I really like it. I really like it. Okay. That might be because if you're talking about when you add another server's announcements. So if you hit follow or an announcement gets made, I think you have an option to say, add these announcements to my server's announcements. You just want to unfollow it. I did that in LGL because Doc had followed TubeBuddy's announcements and I unfollowed it for him because we need to talk about it first so that people don't get confused as to what's going on. You added the wrong channel, she says. So you had to go into server settings under integration and delete the channel you unfollowed. Okay, so what P is talking about for everybody's benefit, this is definitely a way that you can do it, is, let's see, go into your server settings and you go into integrations here. So this is where all the funky stuff is. Your channels followed, okay? I don't follow any other channels in announcement channels in Discord for creators, but hey, maybe someday I will. There's a couple people who have added the FH Umpires announcements channel into their servers that are about hockey so that they can share the announcements of what I'm doing. I take that seriously. I try not to spam the announcements channel with irrelevant things. So there you go. Hey, Karen and Doc Rock. Yeah, that's where they went. We can add them back if you want. It's not a problem. I was just concerned that maybe that was an unintentional effect from you. But if I overstepped, I apologize. You know me, I like to run a tight ship. Okay, so I hope that gives you some ideas of ways that you can more richly present your own messages, either as just a user in a Discord server or as a server owner yourself, so that you can direct people to the information that you want quickly and easily so that they find your server more engaging, more fun, more useful, all that kind of stuff. And also be able to add value to, you know, outside that server into other places and help people get into other situations. So there you go. He's only slightly mad because he said it's good. I'm reading the context there. P, you just added Discord for creators. Thanks very much. But just to the moderator section. Ah, to the wrong channel. I gotcha. Ah, there you go. Thank you very much. Yes, and I will be careful about what I put in the announcements channel. I make sure that it's things that are actual events or um, or really important information for people to know. Even things like the announcements about my memberships, for example. I will take this eventually, and I will take this information. I will put it in a different channel. It's actually all sitting in my services channel as well, where I have the more complex layout of all the services that I'm providing under Discord for Creators. So that option is there, and I'll make sure that I don't put a lot of extra stuff because I don't. Yeah. I want to be a positive netizen. Good to see you, Ms. Eileen. Good to have you. If you've seen some of the other live streams I've been on lately, I created a point this way, a checklist for you. If you are interested in setting up your own server, don't go it alone. Grab a checklist that will help direct you. You have some must-dos in my opinion, when you are setting up your server, to give you the basic security, basic organization, so that people feel comfortable when they're starting to join your new server, and you set yourself up for success. Your server is going to be an organic thing. It's going to grow and change, and it's a beautiful thing. But if you can start out with a good foundation, it's going to create a more positive environment for everybody. So go ahead, if you don't have this already, discordforcreators.com/10 and you'll get a you will receive an email with the download link if everything works. It's been a little bit of a trial and error with MailChimp. You think after doing this for a few years that I'd be better, or maybe MailChimp would be better at creating these automation journeys for people. It's a little frustrating. That's why I don't want to send emails anymore. I just want people to come into a Discord server and we can all hang out together and I can transfer information that way. It's so much easier. If you're not part of my server yet, what is up? Go get in there. discordcreators.com/ds. That is where I hang out. And for now, I am holding spin sessions every Monday around this time, actually an hour earlier. They'll start, where you can come in and we can chit chat about server setups for yourself as a creator. I will be sharing my screen. You can share your screen and you can show off what you're doing in your server. You can ask questions. I have I try to save my little projects for that time, so that you can see something that I'm working on and I can show you some possibilities and ideas of things that you might want to do in your server, and vice versa, because I know everybody's got some really cool ideas and you're seeing lots of information out there. Don't be shy. Come hit up the next spin session, and that is once you get into the Discord for Creators. The latest announcements is there, and you can go ahead and you can find the most recent spin session. You can RSVP to this link. Watch this. Okay, I just got to show you this with Sesh because it's so great. I'm going to hit that. I'm going to boogie. Yeah, I'm coming because there's boogie, not sure, and not able to make it. FOMO. I now have a new message in my announcements channel. And look at this. Only I can see this. It's not posted for everybody else. It's only for me. And I removed my own RSVP because I had already successfully. Okay, I'm going to RSVP again. Go back down to the bottom. Here's my RSVP. So now I am listed as somebody who's going to attend the next server session. I can hit on this and I can get reminders. So now I get a DM. I'm now in my DM section. And I can set reminders for this that will show up in my DMs. And I always say 10 minutes before, 1 hour before, because I need a lot of help. I need a lot of pings. So I'm not forgetting things. And now I am set. And I do this for every sesh event that I'm able to, because I want people to be able to set that up. People can also then, after they've used Sesh, they can create a calendar link like I showed you. If they click on that little plus sign, boom, they can just hit save and it will add to a Google Calendar of choice. I can't remember which one this is. Oh, this is going to go into work. You can tell I'm not a big Google Calendar user, so I don't actually do this. Use it in that capacity. Yeah, I'm going to leave that page. I'm not shy. But I can actually subscribe to this entire... Oh, there's a plus sign over there too. Isn't that interesting? I can subscribe to this entire calendar as well. That's another story for another day. But it helps you if you are the owner of the server, if you don't want to miss any content that your favorite creator is putting out, that is a great way to subscribe. I've done that in LGL. So I have a calendar that automatically puts events as they get created every week in Doc Rock's LGL server. So my calendar is already booked up. Boom. I know I'm coming. It's awesome. Thank you very much. Pia's been using my server checklist and I'm glad it really helped you. That's awesome. There are the links. And you're a Google Calendar friend. Yeah. I mean, it's awesome. I'm an iCloud person everywhere. So I need Google Calendar to be a conduit into iCloud. And I'm okay with that. I've figured out how to do all those things, but my preference is to use iCloud for that. So there you go. If you don't have any other questions, I'm going to vamoose. I'm going to shut down my brain and give it some repair time because, boy, I could use it today. I might pour myself a cheeky little glass of red wine, even though it's not a day I'm supposed to, have a little extra, but I might have a bowl of cereal. That's how much I want to treat myself. Who knows? I appreciate you stopping by. If you're on the replay and I didn't get to content that you are interested in, that you know is related, you have an idea for me, you have you need to correct something that you've found is contrary to what I've put out, please, 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 #replay squad in the comments. Let me know, because this is a community experience. We are learning all this stuff together, and I love the fact that we can build on our knowledge as a group. It's awesome. Thank you. If you want to buy me a drink that I'm going to drink tonight, that is dope. I do mean wine. Great to see you, and we'll see you in the Discord for Creators server very soon, I hope. Look, that's right beside Doc's face. That worked out very well. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. Bye.